Welcome, sisters. So, this is a story of a family, but it's not just about the family. It's actually about the 8-year-old boy. So, they lived in this house. It was an old Victorian, big white house, and they made it look really pretty and modern looking, but the boy was always afraid, especially at night, because there would be noises, like in the attic he would hear creaking, and his room was on the top floor, and his parents' room was downstairs. So he had a tendency to sleepwalk, and every single night he would wake up, sleepwalk down to his parents' room, and just stand at the doorway just staring at his parents. And every night his mom or dad would be like, "Wake up, you're sleepwalking, go back upstairs." Sometimes they'd go up and help him fall asleep, and sometimes he'd just go upstairs and pass out. But this one night, his parents... Well, let me back it up just a second. So, this one night, he wasn't sleepwalking. He woke up because he heard something in the attic, just creaking, and he thought he heard something downstairs, so he thought his parents were awake. So he went downstairs, checked the kitchen, they weren't there, and he thought it was weird. He kind of woke up in this like confused state because his parents were out that night, so he just assumed that they came back and the babysitter left, but all the lights were off, so they must have been sleeping. So he went to the parents' room and saw there were 2 figures in the bed, so his parents must have been home. They just got late and the babysitter left, so he just stood there, and his parents didn't send him off. They didn't wake up, so he went over and squeezed his mom's foot, and she woke up and was like, "Honey, just go upstairs." And he was like, "Mom, I can't sleep." She's like, "I'll come upstairs and rub your head." So he went upstairs and was in his bed, and he heard the creaking more and more, and he was starting to get scared, like why wasn't his mom coming? So he waited about half an hour, and he just assumed his mom fell back asleep, so he called for her multiple times, and he ended up just falling asleep. But he woke up a little bit later to someone rubbing his head, and of course, like, must be his mom, so he just fell back asleep and felt comforted knowing that his mom was there. So the next morning he woke up very abruptly because there was banging on the door, and so he noticed that no one was in his room, and he rushed downstairs. He was confused, like why was he the one to answer the door? And there was a police officer, and he was like, "Son, I have some sad news. Your parents were in a car accident last night, and they died." So the boy was of course confused, like who was that in his bed? And to this day, he doesn't know.
That's really sad.
I hate stories like this.
So,
Makes me sad.
Oh my god. So scary!
That's sad.
On YouTube.
I'm good. Library. This is so weird. I'm like in my bra, in like the booty shorts, getting ready to go do these pictures.